Hello, this is Biblical Tarot, and I'm back with another video. And I have to be honest, I've been doing this video over and over again, trying to get it right. A glitch happens. I'm not going to blame it on the 13th tarot card. I'm not going to blame it on 666. But it's been very frustrating. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to pray that I can get it done. Because I just want to share information. I want to share the knowledge, and that's all, you know. But I'm going to start. This is to continue the death card interpretation that I did. And I will be focusing on the three figures on this card: the skeleton man, the king, and the pope. I will be showing you how they correspond to the symbolism in the 13th chapter of Revelation: the dragon, the beast out of the sea, and the second beast that comes out of the earth. I'm going to discuss the 3 sixes in Revelation and the Hebrew letter Vav, representing number 6 and representing a nail. Okay, so we start here with the color code here. There's 3 sixes, and you see each 6, each color, and each one goes with that specific beast. So the first thing we saw is the beginning of Revelation, where it says the dragon stood on the shore of the sea. Okay, and that represents the red 6, and that is the dragon. That is the serpent devil Satan Samael. Okay, and he stood on the shore of the sea, and he is the ancient serpent called Satan. Okay, if you look, you can see those snakes on his saddle. Okay, and it represents the Hebrew letter Nun. Okay, which is a snake or a fish, or snake fish, which is the dragon, the Leviathan. Okay, Samael, he is the venom of God. So we move on to, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea. Okay, it had 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 crowns on its horns, and on each head a blasphemous name. Now, when we talk about that, we're talking about number 6. Okay, that is number 6. That is the beast out of the sea. It represents the Edomite kings, the rulers, the dukes. Okay, this beast that I saw. This beast that I saw. We're looking at that beast. He resembled a leopard, but had feet like those of a bear, and he had a mouth like that of a lion. The dragon, Samael, the dragon gave the beast his power and his authority. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have had a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. As you can see, those children. Okay, so when we talk about this number 6, the dead king, okay, he is the blue 6, and he is the beast that comes out of the sea. It's blue for the sea. Okay, he represents the Edomite kings, which are the unbalanced forces. Okay, the 10 horns, 7 heads, which is the clip off, the reverse tree. Okay, so the sea is covering the king, as you can see in this picture. The sea is covering the king, and the sea is coming from his feet. You see, he's by his feet, kind of coming out there. It's like that puddle, like he came out of the sea, which, as it says, the beast that came out of the sea. Okay, if you look at his crown, it talks about how one of the heads of the first beast seemed to have had a fatal wound. If you see, his crown has blood on it because he has a head wound. If it said 2, that the beast I saw resembled a leopard, but had feet like those of a bear. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if you look at his fur, it's leopard print. And he has big, huge feet like a bear. And look at his mouth like a lion. He has a blood, because that's the head wound. That represents the Edomite kings. Okay. So we move on to people worshipped the dragon because he had given authority to the first beast, and they also worshipped the beast and asked, who is like the beast? Who is like the kings? Who can wage war against them? Then I saw a second beast coming out of the earth. It had 2 horns like a lamb, but spoke like a dragon. This beast is the gold beast. This beast coming out of the earth. Gold comes out of the earth. The Pope is, if you see how it is in this picture, he's coming out of the earth, the brown earth. You see the gold coming out of the brown earth. Okay. So, the second beast coming out of earth, it had 2 horns like a lamb, but spoke like a dragon. It exercised all the authority of the first beast, which was the kings. It exercised all of the first beast on its behalf and made the earth and its inhabitants worship the first beast whose fatal wound had been healed. As you see, he has the 2 children worshiping the dragon. They're actually worshiping the beast, but if you worship the beast, you're actually worshiping the dragon. Okay. And it, which is the beast that came out of the earth, we're talking about the Pope, and it performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to the earth in full view of the people, okay? In full view of the people, because of the signs it was given power to perform on behalf of the first beast. The first beast was the kings. It deceived the inhabitants of the earth. It ordered them to set up an image in honor of the beast who was wounded by the sword and yet lived. Who else set up an image for everybody to worship but Rome? Okay, let's go on. The second beast was given power to give breath to the image of the first beast, so that the image could speak and cause all who refused to worship the image to be killed. It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of man. The number is 666. So when we talk about the Pope, he represents the beast that comes out of the earth. Okay? He is gold. He has a gold robe coming out of the earth. Like I said, the Pope has 2 children bound down to the dragon. The boy in the blue is worshiping the beast. Has a black silhouette pig, as you see, in between him and the horse. Pigs represent Rome. Okay? Rome had what you call war pigs. Google it. War pigs. Rome and war pigs. Plus, pigs are unclean animal. Pigs represent greed and they represent abundance. And Rome has both. All right. So, that is the code for you. And we're going to move on with 666. We're going to move on with the letter Vav. That means a nail, okay? And it is the value of 6. There you go. It tells you that right there. You see the Vav, you see the 6, you see the nail. If you have 3 nails, you have 3 6s. If you could have 3 Vavs. Okay, these people held that 3 nails were used to crucify Christ and that a Roman soldier pierced him with a spear on the left side. You see those 3 nails? That would represent 666. Okay, so we're done with that. I've already read through this, so I'm just going to go right on through this, guys. And I'm going to get to I read all of this. Here we go. This right here. The Pope. He was the beast, right? Remember? We was talking about he was the beast. He was the last six. The beast that came out of the earth. Well, I recognized on the Hierophant, which represents the Pope, which represents Peter, the Pope. Well, I recognized on his crown that W, it looks like a W. Those are 3 nails, guys. Those are 3 nails. Those are 3 sixes. Those are 3 Vavs, which represent 666. Remember? We went through that. Also, I want to tell you that this card, the Hierophant, represents the zodiac sign of a Taurus, which represents the bull of heaven, okay? And I'm going to go over that in my next video, okay? Because it ties in biblically with Ephraim, the tribe, the 12th tribe of Israel, Ephraim. Also, if you see the 3 characters on this card, you could 666 easily. The blue, the guy on, he has the blue, the beast that comes out of the sea, and the one guy, he's kind of like brown, you know, the beast that comes out of the earth. And then you have him in red, which is the dragon. Okay, but as I was telling you, those nails on his crown is 666. Okay, as that lets you know, he's represents Ephraim, and Ephraim represents Taurus. The death card represents Scorpio, which also represents Dan. Okay, the tribe of Dan. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, which is very important now. There you go. That represents 666, the beast.